I just got in line and it's really long.
How much time do I have?
Hour and 15 minutes.
I'll do my best, babe. Jay is so accurate, accusing me of not getting in line until 5 minutes before I'm supposed to leave, if that. Guilty as charged. But what's a girl to do? I was only given an hour and 15 minutes on this particular day. We had reservations back at Epcot for dinner with the kids, so I was really squeezing this in. As you can see, the piles of clothing are astronomical at this bins. This is my second time coming here, and I don't remember them being so full the last time I was here. However, I was really struggling to find, quality items, but I ended up with some fun pieces, different for me, different than the stuff that I typically find around here, but I'm pretty happy with my haul. This looked like it would have been a nice piece made in Italy, but it was holey and very pilly. Not familiar with that brand, but yeah, that could not come home with me. I ended up grabbing this Salvatore Ferragamo dust bag. I'm not sure if that's going to go for a lot. Found a single Doc Marten, but a ton of peeling on it, like really bad. Sadness. I was taking a peek at this blazer because I saw that it had a union tag, and I was trying to, see if there was a label or anything besides the union tag, and I was still considering getting it, and then I saw that it had been cut at the bottom, and so I had to pass on it. This is an animal t-shirt. Gotta grab something from Disney to take home for the haul. Thought maybe that doll might have been an AG doll, but she was not an authentic American Girl doll. I did love this chenille hat, this little floppy boho that went right into my cart. They did have a lot of accessories, a lot of handbags. I really loved this beret, vintage in this Angora wool blend. You guys know how I feel about that color. Can you see how high these piles are stacked? Clearly, Jay, I needed more than an hour and 15 minutes. I was kind of excited about this, but I just found a huge pull in the back. Interesting. Oh, this whole back part's missing. That's too bad. It's supposed to look like that. This looks like it may have been cool too. This is really good up. There's a ton of inventory here, but I'm struggling to find good stuff. I'm also always a little bit more stressed when I know I'm on a time constraint. This looks cute. Cute little Zara piece. Check that out. Just need to sort. Hi everybody and welcome back. I am in my hotel room. We are DVC members here in Disney. That's the Disney Vacation Club, and this is the first time we have stayed in Animal Kingdom. It's been really nice, a very different vibe for Disney. We have a view of the animals outside of our room, which has been really cool. It's a nice calm Disney spot, which you actually need during a trip to Disney. I did manage to get to the Goodwill Outlet as promised. I was very excited. It was hard because the guys were running the half marathon. My son was here with his girlfriend and we were just trying to figure out when I was going to get there. So finally I managed to get there when they were recovering from the race the day after. So I went yesterday morning. As you saw in the footage, Jay said an hour and 15 minutes because we had lunch reservations. We were going back to Epcot, blah, 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 blah. So I was under the gun, which always puts a different level of stress on your experience. This was the Taft Goodwill Outlet in Orlando. The price for clothing and shoes here is $1.89 a pound. My Goodwill Outlet is up to $2 a pound, so it was really nice to have a little bit of a savings. I only ended up getting 12 pounds. I spent $23.15. They do have sales tax here, $21.74 and then $1.41 for sales tax. As I always do in my videos, or most of the time do, we will add up everything I got and we will figure out what my per item cost is, because that always excites me when I shop at the bins to see how low my cost of goods can get. I will start by saying I got this dress from Old Navy at the bins, and I washed it. We do have a washer dryer here, which is so nice when we visit Florida. So all of the items are clean. When I first left, I didn't feel like it was that great of a haul, but this is one of those hauls that is kind of a slow burn. It's actually really growing on me, some of the things that I found. I have my suitcase here, and this is what I allowed myself. This is a small carry-out suitcase because I can check one bag. Just for people who are thinking about thrifting and traveling, I always take an extra suitcase with me. And on this trip, I knew my time would be limited given the nature of our visit. So I just brought a small suitcase. I ended up getting 12 pounds, so it fits perfectly. This I may have to wear on the plane, but I loved this hat, this fall bohemian chenille hat. I thought was so cute. I'm not seeing any tags on it. I don't think it's any fancy brand, but I love the chenille. I think this is such an adorable, cute little floppy hat for the fall. I don't know what I will list that for. Maybe like $25, $28, we'll see. I had this little bag that I was like stuffing things in because I didn't bring a bag with me. So I don't know if we'll count this as an item, but I guess we could. I think this is a cute little book bag. As many of you know, I'm like a crazy person when it comes to planners and journals and writing and fountain pens. Sometimes it's nice to just throw my things in a little bag and carry them around. It's a cute little book bag. I found 2 berets and they were in 2 different bins. I love them both. They are both vintage from what I can tell. This is 30% Angora, lamb's wool, and nylon, and it was made in Japan, this one. So yes, definitely vintage. I think this is so pretty. Do we try this on? I don't know. I am a sucker for berets. I think they are so cute. I don't quite know how to wear them. I don't know, but I think they're really cute. You know, should we ever go to Paris? I love this color. And then this one is also same type of fabric, and I think this was Liz Claiborne. Yeah, this is Liz Claiborne Accessories, 1987, Angora, nylon, and acrylic linings. It's an old Liz Claiborne. And then yeah, there's the tag, 1987. That's cool. So definitely vintage on this one too. This almost has like a little ombre effect. I don't know if you can see it here. I'm trying to be by the light here and I'm filming on my iPhone. So I'm hoping that you get all the details that you need to see. But anyways, I thought these were very pretty. There were some really nice vintage accessories here. I can't stress the amount of inventory that was in this location, different than the first time I visited. I've been to this bins location one other time. I will link that above here. Just giant mounds of clothes to get through. But I wasn't finding like some of the brands that I typically find, like No Free People, no Lululemon. But what I found I was really interested in, including this bag, which I think is just beautiful. This is by the company, and some of the comps, not in this particular style. This particular style, the comps weren't great, but look at the condition of this. The brand is Lyrella. Am I saying Lyrella? This does have a strap, but you could also just wear it as a clutch. This is in gorgeous condition. Absolutely beautiful condition. It is white. I just love this little shimmer. So some of the comps for this particular brand were as high as like $60, but on this particular bag, while I think mine is in exceptionally good condition, some of the comps on these were as low as 10. I'm gonna maybe list this at $30, $35, and hope to get between 25 and 30. That's what I'm going for. I'll take some really nice pictures of that. I found really interesting accessories. It made me quite happy. This I just grabbed because it was new with tag and it was Nike. It was branded. There were a ton of like corporate sponsored branded items at these bins, which is where unfortunately a lot of items end up. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but Patagonia stopped doing corporate sponsorships. My husband had just ordered a year prior to them making this decision. Yeah, he got everybody better sweaters in his office, in his department. They stopped doing that because items are less likely to be recycled if they have like the corporate name on it. So that was a bold decision from Patagonia because I'm sure they lost a lot of money by not doing these corporate sponsorships. So this is the Citrus Bowl. Verbo is the brand, but this is a new with tag, really nice Nike golf shirt. And I decided to grab it. And in fact, I saw some of these Verbo Nike branded items, and they were selling like $20 to $25. And mine is new with tag, and this price tag is $85. So I think I might list this maybe at maybe $40 or $38. I love listing items at $38, and then when somebody likes them, I send out offers, and 20% with discounted shipping is $30 with $5.95 shipping on Poshmark, and I sell a lot of things at that price point. So I list a lot of items at $38, just kind of one of the habits I've fallen into. This is another new with tag item. I purposely left the Goodwill price on this to show you some of the pricing. $13.99 for this Caribbean Joe shirt. I am going to give the shirt to my mom. My mom likes short-waisted items. I don't know how she'll like this little cinch on the side, but this is new with tag. It's priced at $32, but $13.99 I think is very expensive for Goodwill for, you know, this is probably like a JCPenney brand or something, but I did like that for my mom, so I picked that up to put in her thrifted gift bag for Christmas. This I haven't looked up comps on, if anybody wants to help me out. I think it's RAD, W-R-A-D, RAD. It's RAD exclusively for Starbucks Reserve. To my understanding, the Starbucks Reserves, I think my daughter Angelina went to one of these cafes in New York City. Is it like the higher end Starbucks? They did this shirt for them. I thought the shirt was really cool. I would honestly keep this if it didn't sell, but it says Milan, Italy, and then it's signed by somebody. Don't know who that signature is for, but I just thought this shirt was cool. I say all the time, I love to come home and research, especially with things that I get from the bins. This was definitely a shirt that I would be willing to keep if the comps aren't good, but I think, you know, I think the comps might be pretty decent. Sorry, I just dropped my phone. I pulled in a chair from the deck to put my phone on it. It's always interesting to try to film when I'm on the road. This was just a Salvatore Ferragamo dust bag that I picked up. I have some Salvatore Ferragamo shoes that I've picked up in the past. This might just sell on its own. I know brands like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, anything like that, any of your high-end fashion house brands, their garment bags will sell. I've never tried to sell a Salvatore Ferragamo bag on its own, but I figured, you know, for the price I was paying, I would grab that. This is Forever 21, not a brand I pick up all the time, but I really loved this blouse. I thought it was really beautiful, very feminine with little lace detail. I think it would look so beautiful just under like a black blazer with jeans for the fall or a black cardigan. I love pink and black together. Obviously you could wear it on its own. There were, as you can imagine, a lot of like summer items here in Florida. I am so used to shopping the bins in New Hampshire. We just get an enormous amount of sweaters and jackets and coats and boots. And so being here and also traveling, I was trying to find items that were lightweight, that would travel well, that wouldn't be too heavy, wouldn't take up too much room in my suitcase. The last time I was here, I got this incredible denim jacket from Levi's. I want to say it was like a buffalo plaid red on the inside. It was vintage. It sold for $100 really quickly. That was like the highlight of that particular haul for me. And I remember looking at it and thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be so heavy and bulky, but I had to take it home with me. I didn't really go in that direction on this particular trip. I really did stick to things that were lightweight. So anyways, Forever 21, a lot of discussion for something that's probably going to be like a $15 sale, but I thought that was really pretty. I found some real fun t-shirts. This Nashville t-shirt I thought was really cool. Even though I was in Orlando, I loved it. It's the Old Opry, Grand Old Opry right there. And what is there a brand? I don't know. Let me see. Sportige brand apparel? I don't know. I've never picked this up. I just thought it was really cute. I feel like it would do okay. Maybe $18 to $20 for that. This showed a lot of washwear, but I can't go to the Orlando bins and not pick up something that is Disney. I just can't do it. But I thought this was cool. It was a size 2X. It has a lot of washwear, but it is our friend Animal in like neon outline. I thought it was really cool. So if I come in close, you can see the cracking and the washwear. But because it was a size 2X and because I thought it was kind of a unique thing, it's the Muppets, there you go, size 2X. This could maybe be like a live auction sale because it has like the cracking and the washwear. I'll probably take a Google image of that and then check the comps and see if it's worth listing, on traditional platforms like Poshmark and eBay. Otherwise, it might go into a live show. Also, I did do my onboarding for Poshmark on November 7th from China in Epcot. So we had dinner and I had to log into a Zoom chat. So I was like in and out of the training, truth be told. They were gonna send us an email confirmation. We have to fill out a survey and then we can schedule our first live show. My email did not come through yet, so I'm wondering if I missed something because I was kind of in and out. There were 1,800 people on that Zoom chat, which I thought was so crazy. When I did onboarding for Whatnot, it was one-on-one. I don't know if they're still doing one-on-one, but for the longest time they were, so very interesting. But I look forward to doing a couple Posh lives in the future. I thought this was really cute. It's very wrinkly. It did just come out of the dryer, but now it's folded. I probably should have unbuttoned to the sides. But this was a Zara little dress or tunic, however you want to wear it. I think it would be like a mini dress or like cute with black leggings, kind of like a little poet's vibe to me. Love the color and I love that it was Zara. What size is it? I didn't tell you that, did I? So you're gonna see this video and I'm just gonna be getting home from Florida. So if you are interested in anything, just leave it in the comments or DM me and I will prioritize that. I know that we're gonna do our best, Tina and I, to get a lot of these listed on Wednesday. Today's Tuesday, I'm flying home. I'm probably going to be editing this, so you'll see this probably Wednesday night. So some of the stuff will be listed, I guess, but not all of it. This is a US size small. This is Zara piece, really cute. These were one of the last things that I picked up, and I don't know this brand. This was more style-based. I thought these were cute. Honeydew is the brand, never heard of it. Kind of looks like a little boutique-y brand, but I loved the bottom part, kind of this little Aztec Southwestern pattern, and it's also semi-sheer. I thought these were so cute. And then this is like a velour. I had a lot of like lighter neutral things in this haul. I think these are a size medium. Yes, I grabbed this cute little Minnie Mouse shirt because I thought it was adorable. My good friend Marguerite is picking me up at the airport and she has a granddaughter. And then I looked at this when I got home after it came out of the wash. I think it's like a size 5 and her granddaughter just turned a year. So I think this is probably a little big for Stella, but I thought it was so cute, the little sparkles and Minnie Mouse's little bow. Loved it. Total classic Minnie Mouse. So if Marg doesn't want that, I will list it. This was a style base and fabric pickup. So the brand is City Silk. I'm sure that, well, not sure, but this looks like it's vintage. I was interested because it was part silk. It was like a cotton silk blend. But this is a style cardigan that I think is very popular. I see it a lot in brands like Aritzia. I know my daughter is into these style cardigans. I think of people like Emma Chamberlain from like a fashion standpoint. And I just thought this was a classic ribbed cardigan sweater, very much on trend right now. Also had the silk fabric, also in beautiful condition. So that is why I picked this up. That also might do well on Depop. And very similar to that, more of a name obviously, is Brandy Melville. Not like an expensive name or anything, but this is just a cute little cropped Brandy Melville cardigan sweater. I'll probably list it for $25. It will probably sell between $18 and $20. Cute, basic, but Brandy Melville definitely still has a following and her stuff is pretty expensive if you buy it in store. I'm always amazed when I shop retail for brands that don't resell for much. I think a lot of Urban Outfitters are the same. You shop at Urban Outfitters and it's such sticker shock when you're paying retail, but then the resale isn't always great. But those are brands that I try not to overlook and just like manage my expectations, make sure I'm doing a really low cost of goods for my buy-in and pricing them to move so I don't sit on them. This tag is about to fall off, but this is Chico's size 2. Kind of Johnny Was vibes for me. Has all of this beading and little sequins and embroidery right here in the front. Gorgeous, super lightweight, so a very easy yes for a pickup. It is also a silk blend and it's a size 2 in vanity sizing, which I think is like an 8 to 10, around that size. I always get my Chico sizing wrong. You guys are always like helping me out. Oh, one of my comments, I'm thinking about doing this. Somebody who I really love in the lifestyle planner space, her name is Caitlin De Silva. She's someone I've been following for a while. I love her planner content. I just love her in general. She is a creator out of Canada, and she started doing a thing at the end of her videos where she features a comment of the week, which I thought was really cool. And I can't remember if she answered a question or she just posted it at the end. I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know if I'll do it in this video, but I'm thinking about doing that, like just focusing on a comment that maybe I answer at the end of the video, or just somebody who says something nice or something positive, and I'll share it at the end. Somebody recently left me a very nice message and said, I love your YouTube videos. I wanted to support you, and I went to your closet and you had very little items in size extra large. Like, I'll keep coming back. I didn't realize that I didn't have a lot of large and extra large. I was thinking about that when I was shopping, and so I found this. I thought it was kind of a cute dress. It's just from Bebop, which is not a high-end brand, but I thought this dress was really cute, or this tunic, and it is in a size 2X. I definitely need to be more cautious of the items that I pick up. It's open here, so not like a cold shoulder, but open. I thought it was just like a cute dress. Kind of like a bandana vibe, just something lightweight that you could throw on. I just really loved the style of this, and the ties right here on the shoulder. So cute. So I grabbed that, and I had that comment in mind. So let me know if that's something you would enjoy, and then I can share some of your comments. This is where like this haul is kind of growing on me. I was excited because I found some fun things. I loved this little clutch, and I put this right in the washer. And when I found this at the bins, it had like little kid stickers on it. I was like peeling the stickers off in the bins. I loved how this little clasp just turns like this and opens. I did put this in the wash, and then I didn't dry it, but what happened was the liner ripped, and I knew I ran that chance because the liner was a little bit dirty, so I pulled it out and then washed it kind of like this. I'll have to just disclose that. I'm not gonna stitch it back or anything because the outside of this bag is just perfect, and that's why I was purchasing it. I think the outside beading is just gorgeous. This light is actually underrated. I feel like the lighting in my office is so crazy. It's always so wonky when I'm editing. There's nothing that beats natural lighting. I just love it. Anyway, how cute is this little clutch? I love the layers of this bag. I just thought this was absolutely adorable, and it made me smile because I would wear this out, but it made me smile that there were like little kid stickers on this, so it was probably some little girl's bag. I'm probably gonna price this in that $38 range because I think this is beautiful and unique and something you would find at Anthropologie for like $75. On that same token, this bag has been what has me on a hunt because I found scarves from this designer. I've never heard of this designer, Brooke Kedwalader. I'm saying that right. Here's her name. So there are several scarves that have sold between like $50 and $100 that are vintage from this designer. I have not found any handbags. I don't know if this was like a DIY deal where somebody like made this, but a lot of her scarves that I was researching are from the 50s. Keep in mind, I am on vacation in Disney. I'm doing like quick research. I thought this was so cool. This also went through the wash, and this came out just beautiful. Has like the eye of this leopard on here. I thought it was a really unique purse, super lightweight. I am curious to see, like, I don't even know where to price this because I didn't find any comps on purses from this woman, but based on the following she has in the scarf department, I thought maybe I could, this is one of those things that I could list this for $99, it could sell for $60, or I could list it for $30 and it could sit for a year. I just don't know. Also interesting, on the side it says Jung, J-U-N-G, but it's like the fabric is backwards on the side. I was fascinated by this bag and it spoke to me, so I took it home and we'll research that a little bit. This, I just looked at some comps and I was excited about these. I saw this cool pillowcase and I thought it was kind of interesting looking, and it's designed to just have the fringe here. I thought at first that the fringe was missing from over there, but it's not, and it's Counterpane is the brand, exclusively for Pottery Barn. I washed this, and I just quickly, before I turned on the camera, looked at comps on this, and somebody sold a set of these, so 2 of them, for $80 sold on Poshmark. I was like, whoa, that's better than I thought. So maybe I'd get $40 for this. Maybe I'll list this for $40 or $45. I don't know how old this collaboration is, when this was at Pottery Barn or anything like that, but it's a really cool patchwork, quilty, bohemian style pillowcase in a collaboration. So I grabbed it. I wonder if there was another one of these anywhere. I would have definitely grabbed it. It's in good shape. It shows a little bit of wash wear. And you know, I just got it out of the dryer and I didn't press it, and I won't press it. Yeah, if I can get like $35 for this, I wouldn't be sad. This is kind of a random thing that I picked up, and some things pan out, some things don't. I was intrigued by this because it sounds like paper, but it's a little like fabric-y here. And I had been into a specialty stationery store here in Orlando called Sam something. It was great. I think I'm going back. I was looking for fountain pens and content for my other channel, which is Time with Tata, where I share all of my passions over there. Luxury handbags, planning, fountain pens most recently. I'm way down the fountain pen rabbit hole. I'm like making myself laugh, but I went on a hunt. Anyway, they had beautiful paper at this store. So I saw this, I'm like, this is kind of interesting. It says Original Damask Head Tie Grand Swiss. I don't know. I think this is really pretty. I was thinking about like cutting it up and using it in my planners, but people use it to wrap their hair and make like beautiful head ties. That was like new to me. I don't know if I'll sell this because I don't think it's worth a ton, but I thought it was interesting. This is just it. I see something like this that was interesting. This could sell for $50 or $60. I saw this that I thought was interesting. I think they sell these for like $10 to $20, so not a big resale, but you just never know. So you can take some chances when you're at the bins. All right, this I was very excited about, even though this almost had a tragic ending. It's not even a big deal. I just liked it. I loved the show Mad Men, and this was Banana Republic collab with Mad Men. I found a lot of collabs today. So it's probably an older style, but I loved that show so much. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna grab that. When I did a quick search from the bins, I saw places like ThredUp with Banana Republic / Mad Men dresses listed for like $40, $30. And I haven't even looked at comps. I will look at some comps by the time I edit this video. I love the lace detail that comes up here on the shoulders. What almost ended really poorly is that I did one load of wash. I hung the Chico's silk tunic and I put this in the dryer. And the hem here, when I got it out of the dryer, was like up to here. And I was like, oh my gosh, I ruined this dress. But I washed it again, and then this time I've been just like stretching. I took it out of the dryer after like 5 minutes, and now I'm just stretching the hem in the front and the back, and it's actually looking much, much better. I thought I had ruined this dress. And it's probably not gonna be a huge sale. It is a size 4. Let me see if the date is on here. I just loved the style of this dress, and I loved Mad Men, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna grab this. What year was this? It's fall 2011. So this is an 11-year-old dress. Mad Men was a while ago. I'm sure Mad Men still has a following. The style of this dress is very timeless and beautiful. So I'm going to keep working on this. Once I check comps, that will determine how much I work on this dress. But I thought this was really pretty. I loved the color, and I'm glad I put it through the wash a second time because it's looking so much better. I really thought I ruined it. So now for my knockoff Gucci. I thought this was just so damn cute. It is a cropped knockoff Gucci Disney with Mickey, and it's absolutely adorable. The reason I know it's a knockoff is because it says Gildan right here. This is not a Gucci, but I thought it was super cute. And I have a friend who loves Disney, and she actually found a Disney Gucci collab, and it was authentic, and I thought she would get a kick out of this. So I'm thinking about sending this to my friend Laura. I will not list any counterfeit items on any of the platforms that I sell on. Sometimes I'll take things home to research and see if they're real. Obviously this was fake, but I just thought it was so adorable that I wanted to take it home. How nice would that have been if this had been authentic? Can't win them all, but it was still fun. So that concludes my haul for the Goodwill outlets in Orlando. I think it was a really interesting haul. I had a lot of fun when I got back to the room, and the boys were like recovering from the race, and I was able to just kind of go through everything, wash everything. It's amazing to me how things just come to life, and it's so hard sometimes when you're at the bins to look at this stuff that is piled and wrinkled and sometimes stained and sometimes smelly, and you just don't know. And then to take them home and wash them and research them and love them up, remove the stickers, put them through the wash, and they just look so beautiful. So I'm very happy with this haul. It wasn't a super high-end haul, but I think it was a very interesting haul. Let me add everything up and we'll figure out what my average cost of good was for this trip. I counted 25 items and I spent $23.15. I had uploaded the footage so that I could edit on the flight, and then I realized I didn't include this dress in my average cost of goods, so I had to scrap the very ending and come back to you with the real stats. So $23.15, I had 26 items. My average cost of goods was just 89 cents. 89 cents. It like blows my mind. And again, these bins are a little bit cheaper than the ones in New Hampshire. I've really felt that jump in price in New Hampshire, now $2 per pound, which is still a bargain. We used to be $1.49 for the longest time, and the $2 jump, you definitely feel it. And especially in New Hampshire, I'm always getting heavier items, so it makes me think twice. Where I was focusing on some lighter items and some accessories like hats, this was really a bargain day of shopping for 89 cents per item. If I average $20 on 26 items, that is going to bring me a pretty wonderful profit for my $23.15 investment. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel if you want to be part of my community. I would love to have you. I appreciate your support so much. I'll be heading home today, editing this video, and hopefully this will be out by Wednesday of this week. I'll see you all soon. Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. Bye.